go, sweetheart?
Honey, I'm very sorry I fainted.
Listen, if I had seen it myself, I might have fainted if I hadn't been concerned about you.
Oh, God. It's horrible. I mean, I opened the door and there's this skeleton staring at me. Who is it?
I don't know. Maybe it's the original owner. Maybe he just couldn't bear to be parted from his favorite timepiece.
Serious? Come on, you must have looked inside the clock before you bought it. I'll bet you anything there was no skeleton in there.
Of course I looked inside it. There was nothing in there except the pendulum. Now, this has to be a joke, doesn't it?
Max.
Joy, you still here?
Yes.
I got a flight out tonight to Phoenix. The old Arizona theme park's about 20 miles south of town. I figured I'll get there about 3 hours behind Gabrielle.
Right. What airline are you on? I'm going to make a reservation. I'm coming with you.
Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona, ladies and gentlemen. We ask that you remain seated until we reach the gate and come to a full stop.
Well, now that we're stopped, are you finally going to talk to me?
What about?
You know that I'm looking for Michael Grant. Are you going to take me to him?
I never heard of Michael Grant.
Oh, right. Yes, that's why his house manager gave you a satchel full of his money. Look, at least call Michael. Tell him that I'm here. I'm certain he'd want to see me.
Oh, yeah. What do you think you're doing?
I'm going to the ladies' room, unless you'd like to do that for me as well.
So what are they going to do?
I don't know what they're going to do.
Well, find out what they're saying, please.
But why would you suspect that he's faking, Officer Diggs?
A hunch. I was going to pull their car over for a broken taillight, but they took off at high speed. I had to chase them. And when I found them at an estate...
Ah!
Well, it certainly seems to be in pain.
I don't know.
All right, the cop doesn't think you're sick.
What was wrong with my performance? Didn't I do a good job?
You're going to have to moan louder.
Honey, if I moan any louder, they're going to have to put me out of my misery.
Yes, and if you don't moan, you're going to end up in jail for trying to run away from a cop.
You were the one that was supposed to be driving the car, remember?
All right, this is ridiculous. What if the kids find that Llana's skeleton?
Nobody's going to go poking around inside a clock. The only thing they're going to be poking around inside of me.
How are you feeling now?
I still have that sharp pain, that stabbing pain is still here. Like
Well, I've considered the symptoms. I've ruled out food poisoning.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. So he probably just has extreme gas or something like that, right? You can just give him an antacid and we'll be out of here?
I'm afraid it's more serious than gas. I want to examine you again and run some more tests.
Tests? Well, simple tests, right?
Well, just lie back right here and let me poke around a little first. Now, is that tender?
Yeah. Hey, tender all over.
You know, I really appreciate your sticking around, but you don't have to anymore.
You know, you look so familiar to me, lady. Have I ever arrested you before?
Me? No. Oh! You know, you might have seen me on television.
Yeah.
I'm an actress. Roxanne on Fraternity Row.
Never heard of it. Or you. My wife might have. She watches all those. Oh, boy. I was supposed to be home 30 minutes ago. If she actually made a meal, I'm in big trouble. See, I'm supposed to be a mind reader as to whether she cooks or not.
Oh, look, run along. I am sure that Dr. Carey is going to take really good care of Marco.
No. I want to wait and find out exactly what's wrong.
Well, let's get started with those tests.
Well, what kind of test exactly? I mean, what do you think is wrong with me?
Well, I suspect acute colitis or an ulcer.
An ulcer? Wow, with my quiet, non-stress kind of life?
Have you ever had a barium enema?
Did you say an enema?
Well, you know, I think that
Megan?
I'm gonna go get a coffee
Megan?
in the cafeteria.
Megan.
Wait, please. Let's just put this down.
Why?
Because
Because I don't think it's a very good idea for you to join me.
Listen, Michael already tried to kill Gabrielle once. What if he does it again?
And what if he does? What are you going to do to stop him? Throw your body in front of Gabrielle or something?
Yes, I'm going to do anything I have to do to protect my daughter from that maniac. Why are you looking like that?
Because I got to admit, you were very hard to figure out.
Oh, and you are very hard to figure out as well. I mean, first you refuse to marry my daughter after she's given birth to your son. Then you won't allow her to marry Michael. Then you encourage her to confess everything so she goes to jail. Now it seems you're so worried about her, you're willing to fly off and rescue her.
The bottom line is that she is the mother of my child. What's your bottom line? You know, she never wanted to talk about you. She preferred believing you didn't even exist. And I could never get her to tell me why. All I know is that there was a lot of pain whenever she mentioned you.
I suppose it's because I didn't live up to her fantasies of the ideal mother. So she left me and went to live with her father.
Well, you must have really disappointed her to drive her to that monster.
No. Gabrielle was always far too critical of me. But her father could do no wrong. Must have been a rude awakening for her when he was murdered by those people. I tried to go to her then, to comfort her in her grief, but she wouldn't even answer my calls. I don't know why I'm telling you any of this. I intend to go to Phoenix with you whether you want me to or not.
What about when she married my brother Steve? What about when they split up? What about when he died? Why didn't you try to get hold of her then?
I heard about the marriage and his death after the fact. I mean, she used to write occasionally to Deborah, never to me. I was always the last to know everything. Now, if this interrogation is finished, would you please let me call the airport?
No, I have one more question. What made you decide to finally come to Landview?
Because I heard that Gabrielle was going to marry Michael Graham.
Oh, an international businessman, obviously wealthy.
No, that had very little to do with it. The family had been apart for too long, and I felt it was time for Gabrielle and I to reconcile. Little did I know I was entering this sordid drama.
And just exactly what did you know when you pressed her to marry Michael?
I knew there was something wrong. Something nagging at her conscience, but I didn't know what. I certainly never believed any of your accusations.
But you knew I never tried to rape her, didn't you?
Of course I did. Gabrielle is very susceptible to you. I wish I were an exorcist, so I could cut you out of her heart. You see, I know all about unrequited love. I suffered from it for many years myself.
I see.
So, now that I have answered all your questions, and you know more about me than I prefer, would you please let me call the airport?
No.
Max, I want to see my daughter.
I'm going after Gabrielle alone. So give it up. You're staying here.
What the hell are you doing?
If you don't let go of me, I'm going to scream bloody murder and tell this whole plane that you abducted me.
Oh, yeah? Well, fine. And when you're through, I will very calmly mention that you're the famous Landview baby napper. Your picture's been in lots of newspapers. The police will be called, and they'll take you back to Landview in handcuffs.
We're about to taxi the gate now. If you take your seats.
Oh, sure thing, miss.
Well, I don't know. I'd probably have better luck with the police. What do you think?
Look, I'm not gonna hurt you unless you make me. Now, why don't you just relax, take it easy. I'll make sure that you get what you want.
Does that mean that you are going to take me to Michael?
Honey? You know what's strange about this skeleton?
You mean aside from the fact that it's dressed?
No, exactly that. Someone had to dress it the same way they intentionally had to stuff it inside this clock.
With who? And why? You know something? I have to get to the bottom of this, and get over my queasiness, because so we can solve this. Why don't you take that out of the clock and carry it in the library, and then we can inspect it, and we'll probably find out that it's fake.
You want me to pick it up and move it?
Well, I'm not going to touch it.
Can't hurt you.
I know that. Can't hurt you either, so you can pick it up and move it.
Want to draw straws?
No, I don't, Clint.
All right, fine.
Please.
But next time someone stuffs a skeleton in one of our clocks...
I'll be happy to pick it up. Oh.
Trying to make it comfortable.
Oh, this is so unreal. Ugh.
Now, I've got news for you, sweetheart. The skeleton is very real. These aren't plastic bones. These are real bones.
But, I mean, who is it? Who was it?
I don't know. Is there a label on that hat? Any ID? What?
Oh, God.
What?
This hat belongs to the costume department at Fraternity Row.
Fraternity... Honey, this isn't just any skeleton. This is Llana Flagg. Megan and Marco dug her up and brought her here.
Second test I want to run is an endoscopy. Oh, exactly what kind of test is that? Well, an endoscope is a long, thin tube with a camera-like device at the end. Now, we'll insert that into your mouth, down your throat, into your stomach. Now, wait, just a minute, Doc. I'm afraid I got to be honest here with you. And acid therapy would probably work just as well. Don't you think we ought to give that a try? Trust me, I know what's best. Now, the third test I want to run is a colonoscopy. Now, this is a rather sensitive procedure in which we insert a long, thin, flexible tube. Yeah. I think I have the picture.
Officer Diggs?
Yes, ma'am.
We just got a call from your wife. She says the roast is ruined. If you're not home in 10 minutes, she's dumping it in the garbage along with all your clothes.
My clothes? Well, she means business. How did she know I was here? Never mind, I'll find out when I get home. So listen, Mr. Dane, good luck.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
And when you feel better, get the tail light fixed.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Bye.
So long, Doc.
See you now, Officer Diggs. A nice day. Yeah. What, don't tell me it's another test. No. Afraid that man's been a police officer for too long. He actually suspected you might be faking. Really? Mm-hmm. Imagine that. It'd be nuts to do that, all this to avoid a traffic ticket. Okay, I'll get you prepped for that barium enema. Just lie back.
Dr. Carey, OR stat, please. Dr. Carey, OR stat.
Oh, sounds like you were called to the operating room, huh? Why would they want me in OR? My station is emergency. Well, you should check it out, I would think. Yeah, I'm afraid so. Kramer. Yes, Dr. Carey. Yeah, could you watch my patient for a moment? He's suffering from abdominal distress. It'll only be a second. Kramer, I was suffering, but you know what? All of a sudden, I feel so much better. It's unbelievable how much better I feel right now. Hi, guess what? The doctor just had to leave, didn't he?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, and the policeman left before, too,
Yes,
Kitty.
I know that, too. Time to check out.
Excuse me, yes.
Wait a minute, wait. You can't just leave here.
Hey, buddy, I'm out of here before they decide to do an autopsy.
I'm afraid you'd get in the way. I'll probably have to go undercover which means a lot of sneaking around, something two people do not do better than one.
No, but two people can cover more territory than one. I wouldn't get in the way. I wouldn't.
Please. You've got to stay here to cover Gabrielle's tail. Don't fight me on this, okay? We can't let the police know she skipped out of town, and that would be very easy for them to find out. Rafe Gerritsen of the DA could be knocking on her door right now. You need to stay here at the hotel in Gabrielle's room. That way, if anyone asks you anything...
Deborah could do that.
Deborah can't lie. She made that very clear this afternoon.
I just don't want to be left behind.
Please. I do not want the police to know she's out of town. If they find out, I will lose my bar.
What?
And Al and I will have nowhere to live.
You used your own place as collateral?
It's all I had.
My God, I've misjudged you. I mean, you must truly care for Gabrielle. You wouldn't risk your whole business.
I didn't think I was risking it. I assumed she would stay put and let me go after Michael. I gotta get to the airport. Gotta tell my son I'm leaving. You never have seen your grandson, have you?
No.
Maybe you'd like to spend a little time with him while we're gone.
I'd love to. I've been dying for an opportunity to see him.
Take very good care of him, Julia.
Oh, I will. Max. Take care of my daughter.
Well, Clint, we don't know for sure that it's Llana Flagg.
Honey, who else could it be?
Oh.
Now, look. Megan wanted to dig Llana Flagg up, right? And you said no, right? But she decided to go ahead and do it anyway. She left her calling card all over it. The wardrobe is from Fraternity Row, and she has access to the costume department.
Well, I know she does.
Face it, sweetheart. Your daughter is a grave robber.
Oh, Clint!
You got another explanation?
Well, she's not a grave robber. I mean, I know she felt very strongly about Lana's wish that she be buried next to Randall.
No, hold it right there. What she said was Llana Flagg's ghost wanted that,
yes,
correct?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right. So what we have here, in fact, what we have here is a young woman who believes in ghosts and digs up graves.
Oh, please, Clint, stop. You're making her sound certifiable.
She's not certifiable anything except maybe a spoiled brat. People never said no enough to her when she was growing up, so now when she hears it, she just ignores it. This time, she's gone too far.
But why would Marco and Megan dig her up or bring her here and then stash her in the grandfather's box?
Yes, Marco. Who else could she get to help her rob a grave except that yo-yo? Now, I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Marco didn't have food poisoning at all. He was probably speeding with that in the car, and that cop started chasing him.
Oh, I see. Then they ducked in here and stashed the skeleton in the clock and then faked the food poisoning, right?
I'll bet you $100 that's exactly what happened. If I could just remember that cop's name, I'd give him a call right now.
Why? You want my daughter arrested?
Well, it'd damn sure teach her a lesson, wouldn't it?
Well, I know, but, honey, I mean, what if Kevin or Joey or Jessica did that? Would you call the police?
Kevin or Joey or Jessica have been raised to respect certain things, like graves. They'd never do something like that.
Well, Megan is not going to jail.
Sweetheart, she has to answer for what she's done.
I agree with that. I do.
Well, thank God the kids are staying at Ace's tonight. We don't have to worry about them wandering in here. Well, wait a minute. We still got to worry about Kim and Heron and Cord. We're going to have to lock the library doors. Come on, let's go to bed.
We're just going to bed?
Unless you want to stay down here and keep this company. I'm not going to do it. You know, Jessica has more common sense at her age than Megan has at hers.
Please, it's enough, please.
Okay.
I tell you what, go to bed. I'll just get a blanket or something and cover it up. All right, I'll be right up.
All right. Don't forget, lock these doors.
Megan, when I get my hands on you.
About Michael and the baby.
I've got a lead, but you've got to swear not to tell anyone about it, especially the police.
Why are you saying that? Why can't I?
Because if they find out, I will lose my bar. Gabrielle secretly left the city.
What?
So, wait, listen. She figured out where Michael is. She thinks she can persuade him into giving Stephen back to you. That's why she left.
Oh, well, I've got to go to... I've got to...
Brenda, you
there.
can't. You can't.
Max, that is my...
Calm down and listen to me?
How am I going to calm down? I have had my child kept from me for months now, and now you tell me that Gabrielle knows where the baby is, and yet I can't go with you?
I will bring Stephen back to you safely.
Stephen is my baby. I'll bring him back.
No,
Max,
Brenda,
please.
damn it, don't blow it now. There's no telling what Michael will do. He may decide to fight to the death. Who knows? I'm not going to let you get in the line of fire. I want you here, safe and sound. You got that?
If Michael is getting ready to flip out, I've got to protect my baby.
Michael is not going to hurt the kid. We know that. But the rest of us, it's another story.
So you think Gabrielle has gone to bring the child back to me? She hasn't just skipped town?
I believe in her now, Brenda. You have to, too.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Arizona. I'm not going to tell you the town or the city because I know you'll follow me like a damn fool. Now, look, I got to be going.
Max, that is my baby. I have a right to know where you're going and what you're going to do, please. I think that there is something that you can help me with. My husband just phoned, and he is getting ready to take a trip to Arizona, and he needed me to go to the airport and meet him and bring him his clothes, but he didn't tell me what flight he was on. And Max Holden, Phoenix, 204. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And this here is our saloon, Miss Medina.
Well, this is quite impressive.
And broke. The theme park isn't making as much money as it should.
Well, that's too bad. Forget the park. Where's my...
Hey, Clem!
How are you?
Hey, just fine. And I brought back a real pretty lady from the East Coast. Miss Medina, this here's Dusty. He's our head cowboy and talent supervisor.
Glad to meet you, ma'am. If you're looking for a job, we can always use another pretty gal in the dance hall. Once you get yourself patched up.
Thank you, but I'm not looking for a job.
Look here, Dusty, I got some business to attend to, and it's real important that we keep Miss Medina right here, okay? Why don't y'all entertain her, and I'll be back quick as a jackrabbit.
Sure.
All right.
What about Michael?
You just sit still.
No.
Whoa there, young lady.
You just leave me alone.
Now, Clem said you were supposed to stay here. I think you better do what he says.
Listen, I'm just trying to find Michael Grand. I'm not here to cause anybody any trouble.
I don't know any Michael Grand, but I do know Clem wants you to stay here. So let's just get over there and sit down at that table.
Here, we
some dancing music. Say there, Dusty.
Roy?
Aren't you gonna introduce me to this pretty lady?
Nope, I ain't. Now get on out of here and leave us be.
My name is Roy. And you are?
Roy, didn't I just tell you to get?
Honey, would you like to dance?
No, thank you.
Sure you would.
Turn you, Roy.
Put that gun away, you old fool.
Hey, what's going on? Why are you trying to scare this lady?
Roy ain't minding his own business.
Roy, get out of this. It ain't none of your business.
Sure. Sure, Bill. Hey, Dusty.
No, don't shoot him. I'll bounce with him, for God's sakes.
Roy, I ought to shoot you square between the eyes. But I'm gonna give you a chance. Go strap on a gun and we'll settle this the old-fashioned way. We'll have us a shootout.
Who is it?
Larry, honey, let me in.
Okay.
Hi. Hi. I got off work earlier than I expected. I thought I'd come by and check you out.
What do you mean, check me out?
Well, maybe a hug and a kiss. What's wrong? What are you, a little tense?
You know, things have been a little tense around here lately, and I'm just tired. So I think I'm going to go to bed a little early tonight and get some rest.
With your jacket on?
I'm going to go out for a walk first, and then I'm going to go to
Okay,
sleep.
come on, I'll go walk with you.
Well, you know, I'm not going to go for a walk. I'm just going to go to bed. So why don't you just go on home, huh?
What's going on? Something's definitely going on. Have you heard from Michael?
Listen, I don't have time to explain this to you right now. I'll tell you all about it when I get back. I got to get to the airport.
What do you mean, airport? What do you think? You're not, whoa, you're not going anywhere until you tell me what's going on.
Lights are out. I guess they are asleep, huh?
All right, let's just do this.
I wish we'd waited until tomorrow morning, I'm telling you.
Oh, my God, she's gone.
What?
Look for yourself.
She's gone.
What happened?
Well, I don't know.
I know I shouldn't have put her in there. Why didn't you listen to me?
Well, it was your idea. Well, wait a second. We got to think of something here now.
As you know, I never even knew about Llana until you talked to me about it.
Don't start with me about what you wanted to do, what you knew.
You two looking for something? I figured you'd be back. I've kind of been expecting you.
I knew it would have been a better idea to come tomorrow morning to look for my wallet.
You lost your wallet?
When I was here earlier with the pain, it must have fell out of my pocket.
Oh, out of your pocket? Into the clock?
Maybe.
We can come back tomorrow and look for
Nah, don't be silly. I'll tell you what. Let's look for your wallet in the library. The hell is that on the cut? Looks like a skeleton, wouldn't you say?
What's it doing here, Clint?
Glad you asked that, Marco. You know, it's the strangest damn thing. Viki opened the door on that clock because it had stopped. She almost had a heart attack because in that clock was this skeleton.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Yes, it almost dropped her to her knees. Of course, as soon as she recovered, we just carried the skeleton in here.
Look, I think we owe you an explanation.
What the hell is wrong with you? Don't you have any common sense or decency? How could you dig up that woman's grave, drag her all over town, and then leave her here?
Look, if you would just let me explain.
What is to explain? Viki told you no, that you could not rebury Llana Flag in the family crypt, but you decided to hell with that. You were just going to go ahead and do it anyway. If it was up to me, I'd call the cops on you.
Take it easy, Clint.
Honey,
No reason.
please,
Take it easy. I'm sorry, Viki. I really messed things up. I didn't mean for this to happen. The cop was chasing us. I just had to leave Llana here.
You're beautiful. You are beautiful. She's not apologizing for digging up the grave. She's apologizing for leaving the bones laying around.
I did it for Llana's sake.
She felt it was a moral imperative to do
Oh, I'm not going to listen to this garbage.
Well, darling, we can at least let them explain.
I will not accept a ghost story as justification for what has been done.
Clint, I didn't believe in ghosts either until Llana, okay? It's not my fault that she appeared to me and that she didn't appear to anyone else. I can't help it. If she asked me to move her bones into the crypt, I'm telling you that I talked to her. I'm not going crazy. Viki, you know me. I wouldn't dig her up if she didn't ask me to.
Don't get so upset.
Max thinks that Gabrielle has gone to Arizona to bring the baby back to me, but I don't trust her, so I'm going to go.
Wait a minute. Where's Michael supposed to be hiding?
Phoenix, Arizona or something, but I'm going to go out there tonight, and so is Max.
And you were going to follow him?
Well, I wanted to get on the same flight, but all the seats were taken, so I'm going to take the flight after him.
Well, what were you going to do when you got to Arizona?
I really don't know, but my father and Tyler live right outside of Phoenix, and I'm sure that they're going to help me figure something out when I get there.
Let's think this through,
Listen,
Brenda.
if you think that I'm going to wait while my child is 2,000 miles away from me, you're out of your mind, Larry.
I understand how you feel. But suppose you run into Michael out there. It could be dangerous.
He has had a lot of time to think about this, and he knows that this is not a conspiracy. And listen to me, he hates Max and Gabrielle. He isn't going to listen to a word they say, but he will listen to me. He has to. And boy, I hope you shaking your head like that means that you agree with me and that you'll take me to the airport, will you?
On two conditions. One, you call your father and your brother, and you get them started looking for Michael.
Okay.
And two, you let me come with you.
Oh, I want you to come with me so much, Larry, please.
All right, then. Call your dad right now.
Oh, I love you. I love you so much.
Too, sweetie, but there's no time for that right now. Let's get going.
Okay.
I just don't believe any of this.
You know the old saying, honey.
Boys will be boys.
Well, why doesn't somebody do something? Stop them.
Oh, they won't listen. They won't listen to no one.
Okay. Let's get this over with, Dusty.
That's fair enough, Roy.
We better back up in case they decide to get wild.
Whoa, whoa, where are you going?
I'm going out. There's going to be a shootout and somebody's going to get killed.
You polecat. I told you I was the fastest in the West.
I don't believe any of this.
That's quite an act, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Great act. Do you mean to tell me that this gun of yours was fake? I could have walked out that door at any time?
That's about right, yeah. But we're real glad you were so hornswoggled by it. You see, the park's been losing money, and I was afraid our Wild West shows was the problem. Not authentic enough.
Oh, well, your show is very authentic. You scared me half to death.
Oh, relax, honey. We were just entertaining you, like Clint told us to.
Well, thanks for the entertainment. Now, if you don't mind, excuse me.
Hold it.
Look, I am not here to play cowboys and Indians. If Michael is not here, then there's no reason for me to be here.
He wants to see you.
Michael. All right, Clem, no more games. Are you going to take me to see him?
Honey, please, calm down. I hate it when you get upset. Please.
Yeah, save it for the cameras.
Oh, Clint, that was unnecessary, really. You don't have to be mean now on top of everything else.
Mean? Under the circumstances, I think I'm being a pussycat.
Look, Clint, when Viki came to the flag house, I was hoping that Llana would appear, and she didn't.
Yeah, Abby, I at least believed her. I didn't think that she was making anything up.
Then when Viki left, Llana did appear, and she was so miserable that Viki wouldn't let me move her body into the crypt. I felt so horrible. I didn't know what to do. You would have understood if you'd been there.
Look, if you guys want to blame anybody, you should blame me. I was the one who was responsible for asking Megan to go ahead and do this without your permission. It was me, not Megan, really.
Megan was in on it. Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
Okay, everybody. Please, quiet. I mean, it's over now, isn't it? I mean, it's been done. She's there on our sofa. We have to finish it. Oh, all right. Tomorrow we'll just open the crypt and we'll lay her in there next to Randolph.
I don't believe it. You're going to reward her for breaking the law, being sacrilegious, and going against your wishes?
Well, darling, listen, I read some of those letters from my great-grandfather, Randolph. He was stringing this poor woman along for years and years, kept promising her some sort of fabulous reward through all eternity. I don't really see any harm in putting her in there.
Fine. Fine. You people do what you want. I'm going to bed. Oh, and Viki. Sweetheart, it was wonderful spending your birthday with you alone tonight. Really romantic. We got to do it again sometime, real soon.
Do you think he's ever going to stop hating me?
He doesn't hate you. He doesn't hate you. He's just angry. Megan, Marco, you have to know, both of you, I do not condone what you did here tonight.
I know. I'm sorry. I never meant to get you involved.
And we had no idea anybody'd be looking inside that clock. I mean...
I didn't mean to ruin your birthday, and I certainly didn't mean to cause more tension between you and Clint.
Well, I'll work that out with him. Right now, we have to deal with Llana. We have to put that woman to rest. Tomorrow, I think we should have a little ceremony to take the ghoulishness out of this reburial, all right? I'll call the minister and, I don't know, I'll explain it to him somehow.
Well, what are we going to do with her tonight?
Well, she looks like she's doing okay to me right there.
Fortunately, the children are not home. So, yeah, we're going to leave her there for now, all right? But we are going to lock these doors. And now, let's call it a night, shall we?
I'll take you home.
Yeah, I want to go to Max's place. I just want to tell him that it's almost over and that this Llana thing is resolved.
Megan, has there been any more word on Michael Grand and the baby?
Not that I know of. Max did bail Gabrielle out of jail.
Max did?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry to have caused you all this trouble.
Well, I would be quite happy never to have to go through anything like this again.
So would we. We'll just be on our way now. Good night, Viki. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. You are now free to move about the cabin.
Boy, I hate these things. I wear one in the car because I know it'll save my life, but I always feel like someone has a lasso around me. Of course, where I'm going, it might turn out to be a real lasso around me soon.
Excuse me, was I supposed to follow that?
Oh, no, you weren't. Sorry.
Yeah.
I tend to talk to myself when I'm nervous. My name's Kitty. Kitty Shine.
Hi there.
Are you from Phoenix by any chance?
No.
Too bad. I was hoping to get the dirt on the place. I've never even visited, and here I am moving out there.
Why?
Well, I'm an actress, and I can't get arrested in New York or Hollywood, so I'm going to be a cowgirl at the old Arizona theme park. Have you ever heard of the place?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I just heard about it today. You're going to be working there, huh?
A friend of mine told me about it, worked there a couple of months. Told me to send a letter to this talent supervisor, Dusty Reed. Mm-hmm. So I sent my resume. He hired me. That's simple.
Really? You think they might hire me as a cowboy?
Why not? Drive out with me and we'll see. I'll tell them you're an old friend or something.
Thanks. Yeah, that'd be great. Save me a lot of time and a lot of trouble.
All right, no more games. Are you going to leave me to Michael?
That depends on your answers to a few questions. Does anybody know you're here?
No, I swear it.
And how'd you figure Michael Grand to be here anyway?
You beat up a friend of mine, Max. Remember back at the airport? Well, you dropped this coin. I didn't show it to him. I swear I didn't.
I wish I knew if I could believe you.
Listen to me. I don't want Max or the police to know that I made this trip, because in the first place, I have jumped bail, which you have already pointed out. And in the second place, I have got to speak to Michael alone. It is vitally important. The police don't consider him a criminal right now, but if he continues to harbor that child, everything could change.
All right, lady, I'm going to trust you. But I'm also going to warn you. Michael Grand is pretty strung out. He's real tense, real protective of that little boy. You understand me?
Yeah, he's hard to handle, and I have to be careful.
Very careful.
All right, I understand.
Okay. Let's go see Mr. Grand.